I'm going to have another crack at it now. I made a mistake last time. I hope everybody's all right. I mean, get them lovely now. The mornings are a bit warmer and evenings are pulling out. Weather ain't bad. He ain't all that. He ain't cold really, but as you can see, I'm in a different area today. My wife's doing a little project upstairs, sewing and all, and I've been relegated down here. But I said to my wife today, I was down the shop, I said, a lot of people are feeling a lot more confident, a bit chat, and you had your first injection, and I think you do feel better. So I know we are, and we aren't complacent. We're not complacent. We think there's lots going on, and we do think of everybody. But stay safe. That's all. Keep your distance, and it's going to be all right. Now, tomorrow's a better day. Day and bad, mine. Anyhow, this here one's another Herbert Lane. Events at school. Father, mother and boy Richard Henry was sitting round the front room fire because the slab in the kitchen was puffing like a engine, making a room full of smeech. How do the school bell ring now, like as if 'tis a funeral, asked Father. Oh, 'tis only going slow till the teachers get more money, laughed Richard Henry. We have some fun up school now. Johnny James to bring in a note to teacher every day from his mother. He'd read it to we afore school time. Yesterday the note told teacher where to get off, 'cause her Johnny dunno when he'd want to leave the room as well as she do. Wrote on one side of the paper, and give the cat drop milk on the back side of the note. Teacher got fitty mazed and sent a note back by Johnny. We was all dagging to know what was put pawnin'. He didn't want to raid out to us, but had to, 'cause he wouldn't want to join our class union. What was pawnin'? Asked Mother, who hadn't got no good blood for Mrs. James, since she said Mother was like a sack of flour tied in the middle. 'Twas said, continued Richard Henry, Dear Mrs. James, Johnny tells me you had a black eye after coming home drunk last night. I am very sorry and hope you will soon be able to write me another of your most amusing letters to add to my collection of schoolboys' howlers to be read out at our next school concert. Mrs. James hadn't sent no more notes. Tom Slow was outside the window looking in like a gander geeking in a bussa. Open the door, will he, Richard Henry, and leave Tom in, asked Father. Have you ever noticed how anybody come down here live from up long? Isn't in the place no more than 24 hours afore they're in everything. Man comed up lived alongside of me, 'cause he's delicate. Yesterday he ate 15 scrollers while his wife was getting dinner. Now he's put in shop steward up chapel, and already the gate is gone up, and 2 linesmen to take up the offertory. I could mind an Irishman living in that house, but he was a churchman, and so was his wife. Now he dearly loved drop beer, but didn't know when to stop. Things got worse in pub every night and no money take home. So she up and told the father all about it. After church, the next morning, the father laid down the law and told him if he ever got drunk again, he would turn him into a big black dog. This did frighten him so much he never had another drink for weeks. But what upset things was one night he come home from down bingo. Off to the pub he went and got drunk as a wheel. When he going home, he remembered what the father told him. Having great faith in father, he nodded. He could do anything. He started to sweat, and the further he was going, that more he was feeling like acting like a dog. 2 or 3 times he had to stop and scratch himself. And just as he was going up his front garden path, he went down on his hands and knees to scratch the front door. No answer, so he scratched again. Still no answer. Then it suddenly dawned on him if he ought to bark and let out a most awful howl his wife heard in the hollering. Saying to herself, "That's the old darn dog from next door. I'll soon drive he off." She picked up a pan of dirty old dishwater, opened the door quietly, and threw the water all over poor old Pat. I don't know if he cured him or no, but I do know if he ever see the black dog afterwards, he would make the sign of the cross and go another way. Well, time be going, suppose. Nice to have a bit chat. So long. Got another little poem here, don't I? By David Prowse. For 40 years I've worked these fields, through storm and drought and changing time. You never owned a blade of grass, for not a stem nor leaf is mine. The old man passed away last year, and now the boy controls the reins. His eyes are cold, his manner blunt, without much sign of father's brains. It's hard to fathom different ways, or take instruction from the young, when all I know is learn from life, what only is has just begun. The pleasure's gone, I suppose you'd say. It's just a job now, past is best. The pride I took in work well done, like Boyle's dad, is laid to rest. But what to do and where to go, for one who only knows the land? He owns the house, he pays the wage. So who's to help to understand? He'll seal me off in life or death, and if I'm spared, the best I'll do is staring out on council walls and waiting in the pension queue. And on the village seat I'll spout of thrashing days and harvest scenes, when hands and horses ruled the roost before we'd tractors and machines. And when I'm gone, the grass will green in spring and will be all the same. And only then I'll get what's mine, a plot of land that bears my name. Take care. Look after yourselves.